Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew Shorts. Today, I will be reading in the r/Entitled People subreddit, so let's jump into it. My entitled sister wants to steal our deceased grandma's apartment out from under me, so the guy she's cheating on her husband with can move in instead, and she can see him easier. My sister, mid-30s, is probably the worst case of entitled I've ever seen. She's always the victim, can do no wrong, and the world owes her for her imaginary suffering. This time, however, she's reached a new level. She's recently confessed to our mom and I that she started dating someone behind her husband's back, and to be honest, her husband is also a ginormous dirtbag, but just leave the guy, okay? I don't think anyone deserves to be cheated on, and even though he totally fucking sucks, an affair doesn't constitute as some kind of just punishment. It's messy, gross, and not worth it. Just save everyone the extra heartache. Now, our grandma passed away at the end of August. It hasn't even been a month since she passed, and since she was terminally ill, we did have time to discuss some things and make arrangements for others. She lived in an apartment that's attached to our mom's house, and we had talked about me moving into it after grandma passed, and everyone thought it was a good idea because my grandma had things like no-slip railings, kitchen tools and gadgets for arthritic hands, etc. And I'm also disabled and could benefit from the same equipment. Come to find out, my dipshit sister thinks it'd be a cool idea to have her marital affair move into our mom's property instead, so she can use our mom as some kind of cover for her affair. And I am absolutely repulsed and livid. We were all just starting to let my sister come around again, because after grandma passed, she seemed like it had really affected her, and she was really turning over a new leaf. But it's actually all because she wants her boyfriend to move in. I don't think anyone is going to fly with the idea. I just can't believe that she even thought it would be a viable option and something she could even suggest to us. Why does she just assume that we'll help her cheat on her husband? I want no part of it. I will not be an accomplice. Also, her justification for suggesting he move in is because OP doesn't seem to be in much of a rush to get up there. Like, yeah, I found our grandma deceased less than a month ago. Sorry I haven't been in a hurry to erase grandma from her home. Sorry I haven't been sorting through all of her belongings and getting them ready to be rehomed or donated. I wish I could keep every trace of her, and the fact that I have to get rid of anything at all hurts. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry I haven't done it yet, and maybe try having a little fucking empathy. I've decided that I'm kicking my sister out of my life again. Each time I think she's capable of changing, she shows that she's still the same horrible, selfish person, and I'm done falling for the charade. Have fun with the inevitable divorce proceedings. Good luck explaining all this bullshit to your kids too. Update. My family and I have begun going through grandma's belongings, and it's definitely been bittersweet because it hurts to see her things go and her existence dissipate even more. But we have also found so many family photos and keepsakes and overall good memories. I even found a box that belonged to my great-grandpa, and it had his pocket watch and a locket with a photo of my great-grandma in it. My sister did manage to bully her way into the apartment for a few hours so she could pick out what keepsakes she wanted. But joke's on her, because I hid all the things grandma wouldn't have wanted her to take. She walked away with not much more than a decorative bowl. She is starting to drop the narrative that her boyfriend can move into the apartment now that she sees that we are serious about me being the new tenant. But she did make some little comments that let me know that it's not forgotten. She can plot all she wants though, because we're installing a security system and changing locks. So if she thinks she can sneak in or try to get her hands on anything else, she is sadly mistaken. My mom and I have decided that after I'm all moved into the apartment, we are going to tell her husband the truth about the affair and offer our support to him and the kids, and do whatever we can to help, whether it's emotional support, babysitting, whatever we can to make things easier when my sister's infidelity is brought to light. My sister may hate us for it, but at the end of the day, she is a victim of her own actions, and I am tired of sparing her feelings so she can continue to treat everyone around her like absolute trash. And my mom agrees that enough is enough, and if we never hold her accountable for what she does, she'll continue to push the limits of what she can get away with. Some people suggested going the anonymous route with tipping her husband off, and while I thought that might have been a possibility, ultimately I feel like that could cause some inner turmoil for him later. If he didn't know his wife was cheating, then who did? And just how many other people knew? Was it something she kept out in the open when he wasn't around, and nobody respected him enough to tell him personally? I don't want him to end up potentially torturing himself through speculation. Anyways, I think that's all there is to tell you guys for now. I just wanted to let you all know where some things have ended up and where they're headed, and thank you for the outpouring of support. It was much needed and very appreciated. I'm glad that I won't have to hold on to such a horrible, ugly secret for much longer, and her husband can know the truth, and we will do what we can to help with the healing process. It sure is refreshing to read a story with an OP that has some brains. They are taking precautionary steps to protect themselves with a security system, and they plan to tell the sister's husband about the affair at an appropriate time when they would be the safest. It's nice. I don't even need to put in my 2 cents because they are handling it so well. The sister is the author of her own terrible narrative. She is not a victim, and she should experience the consequences of her own decisions. She made her bed, and she should absolutely lie in it. But anyways, that is all from me today. I hope you enjoyed that Entitled People story with the update. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit stories. Bye!